What if you were given a second chance at life, a chance to breathe again after your last breath? Intriguing, isn't it? This is the tale of Lazarus, a narrative that showcases an extraordinary event in the biblical canon. So, buckle up, for we're about to dive into a story that has echoed through the ages. In the small village of Bethany near Jerusalem lived a man named Lazarus. He had two sisters, Mary and Martha, and they were close friends of Jesus. One day, Lazarus fell gravely ill. His sisters in their distress sent word to Jesus saying, "Lord, the one you love is sick." But when Jesus heard this news, he didn't immediately rush to Lazarus' side. Instead, he said, "This sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory so that God's Son may be glorified through it." He stayed 2 more days in the place where he was, and then he said to his disciples, "Let's go back to Judea." When Jesus arrived in Bethany, Lazarus had been in the tomb for 4 days. Martha, in her grief, said to Jesus, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." But Jesus assured her, "Your brother will rise again." Martha thought he was speaking about the resurrection at the end of time, but Jesus had something else in mind. Jesus, deeply moved, came to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone laid across the entrance. He instructed, "Take away the stone." Martha, concerned about the smell of decay, protested, but Jesus reassured her. They took away the stone, and then Jesus looked up and prayed to his Father. Amid the silent anticipation of the crowd, Jesus called in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out!" And Lazarus, once dead, emerged from the tomb, his hands and feet wrapped in strips of linen and a cloth around his face. The onlookers watched in awe as Jesus said to them, "Take off the grave clothes and let him go." The story of Lazarus is not merely a tale of resurrection, it's a testament to the power and compassion of Jesus, a proclamation of hope that transcends the boundaries of life and death. Lazarus' resurrection was a sign of the coming resurrection of Jesus himself, a preview of what's to come. The tale of Lazarus holds significant importance in the Bible. It serves as a demonstration of Jesus' divine power over life and death, reinforcing the belief in his identity as the Son of God. It's a story that reminds us of the hope we have in Jesus, the hope of resurrection and eternal life. It's a story that invites us to step out of our tombs of despair, to unwrap the grave clothes of our past, and to live in the glorious freedom of the children of God. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation that seems insurmountable, remember the story of Lazarus. Remember that even in the face of death, there is hope. Remember that with Jesus, a second chance at life is more than just a possibility. It's a promise.